what has like stood out to you as like one of those like strange things that's like, wow, this would have been like overlooked before like my accident, but now it's actually benefiting me a lot.
All right, well, here's all right, so here's the deal. I'm gonna set the stage for you, right? So I've been working, like working since I was about 10 years old, right? And that's where I learned some of that from my dad, you know. There ain't nothing you can outwork, ain't nothing you can goddamn it's true for most of life. And I could grit this out, but I've tried that. I've tried to, recluse myself a little bit. And then when I do get around normal people, I get real spiteful. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I can understand that totally.
Gosh darn, just
It's kind of
chop,
like
chop,
a little
chop the
jealous.
beginning of that question again. Sorry.
Wait, what'd you say?
Chop the beginning of that question again.
I also
Uh,
may have forgotten right there.
yeah, what do you do?
Yeah,
Why don't y'all subscribers, why don't you guys, what are we at? Like, I don't know, 30 or some odd minutes, come back, listen to this here, and you tell us what we was talking about. That could be a
yeah,
fun
that'd be huge. That's I like that approach, dude.
it'd be
Um,
real interesting, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. So tell me about like how was it going through your brain injury where you live in Wisconsin? Like, because like I see like the super green grass and like the I think barn it looks like in the background
We got
or
us
shed.
a little shed back there. Half of it's back half. I got chicken coop, and I got four-wheeler and excavator and that kind of thing parked in there. But
Yeah, how has that helped you think? Like picking back up into that like that like life, you know? How has that helped you think?
um, I mean, a lot, I would say. I'm best when I keep myself busy and have some sort of a routine. Wake up at the same time, take my meds, this, that, the other thing. Um, but like, I guess as far as jumping back into my old way of life, or I mean, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I always think that's a little bit funny, because like not only did I code 3 times,
Yeah.
I was also given my last rites by a Catholic priest and all that, but uh, I guess it just, yeah, routine, helped me get back into things and things I'm interested in. I work on a lot of vehicles, my own, other people's, this, that, the other thing. Build a lot of stuff, split wood, chop wood, stack wood. Take care of chickens. We ain't got no pigs this year, but I think we're gonna get us a couple next year. Raise up and all that stuff, I guess helps me in a way, definitely. Those
That's
are all
awesome.
things that bring me peace. The outdoors in any way, animals, doesn't matter how ugly, how stupid, how irritating. Even that little dog from the new Wolverine movie. Like,
Yeah,
man, that kind of thing just uh, so yeah, it's most certainly it's been detrimental. for sure to my recovery.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I don't know, like, I would never, because I've already said, I've never lived anywhere close to like just a life out like in the like land and stuff. Um,
Right.
so I personally wouldn't. I have no like real understanding of how that would go, and so that's why I think it is a cool thing. So, what are some of the coolest things that like? Do you have any reflections, or as you care for other animals, or just care for like say like your parents? um how does that benefit you like to reflecting on like caring for yourself as well?
Mm. Oh, it's funny, man. It's been my whole life, and nobody told me this. Nobody taught me this. I came to this idea by myself. Like even if it's just a dog or whatever. Dog eats before you do. You could have a steak dinner sitting right there, all warm, piping hot, steaming, whatever, and the sexiest woman across the table from that. Just sitting there waiting for you. A nice little glass of whiskey, the whole kit and caboodle, right? It don't matter if you don't feed that dog before you eat. There's something wrong with you.
that's very respectable, dude. Like that's
I don't.
huge.
It's just different, old school, but different. Old school would be like, you know, I don't know, wouldn't really give a crap either way.
Yeah.
But
So,
like,
based on like you being born in the 90s, um how would you
yeah,
say like life really has been as you are there any like key moments that like you reflect on that ended up like either proving to heal you more, or like it could be socially or medically, I mean all the things. Like what were some of the key things as we've gone through the years?
I mean, I guess I don't really know. Um, I don't know. I do a lot of, as far as fixing myself and healing, as they say. Um, I just do a lot of white knuckle, man, grit and bear down and go for the ride, whatever the hell it's gonna be. Just hang on until the end, you know. Um, yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude.
I mean I guess that's just kind of the way I've been. I don't really reach out, but aside from that, um, the one thing is the brain injury group that Holden and I are both in.
Yeah.
That's man, like it was. Before it, I had done a lot of different little brain injury groups and that, but they were all, for the most part, like older people or like people who had had their TBI for like 20, 30 years. And it's like, it
Yeah.
just got old and it just didn't feel quite like
It's
these are
not
my people.
relevant.
It didn't feel like these are my people. I didn't get that
Yeah.
feeling like, yep, wherever they are, that can be home. That's where I come from. You know,
Mm,
like I never had that feeling until I still felt quite alone in a way. Than uh, than I do now because our brain injury grew big. Everybody is between like 18, I think, usually about is the youngest ones. And then, I
yeah.
mean, there's some of us that are Like I'm 30, some of us 35, whatever, but you
I think
know,
it goes to like 40. Um,
yeah, I don't know. It's gonna go however I live, however
yeah,
long I live, brother.
heck yeah, dude.
Which could be 5 more minutes, could be 50 more years. I don't know.
It's yeah,
God's
something.
plan. God's plan. It's His
Yeah,
world. We're just living in it.
yeah. So, how has faith been a speaking of God's plan? How has faith like stood out to you and like how has it like kind of held you or helped you, helped you like they have your back, you know, throughout like all these post TBI adventures, essentially.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I guess for a little bit of what time we got. All right, yeah, I can do a quick little synopsis. So, for starters, I grew up Catholic until first grade when me and my brother were kindly left Catholic school and got put in a public school. Um, but anyway, so I mean, it changed a little bit then, and then and got fast forward, you know, 5, 10 years or whatever have you, start going to CCB classes because I wasn't getting them in school no more, and got confirmed Catholic and all that. Made mama happy. I was like, all right, mom's happy. I'm out. Peaced out. I was like, no. And I always knew God was there. I'd always say prayers, but there's never for me. There's always for other people. I
Yeah, that's
I
amazing.
don't know, but at that same time, there wasn't a close relationship between me and God or a higher power or whatever the heck you want to call it, a basketball. It don't matter. All you gotta do is believe in something that's bigger than yourself out there.
Yeah,
Um. So yeah. Now I've been um slowly working towards building a better relationship with my God of my understanding and just I don't know, man. Just
yeah,
it helps. I guess it's just something that I'm working on so much. I just don't really have a lot to say about it. I mean,
yeah,
knowing that he's there and knowing what I went through makes me feel quite a bit of peace with some things.
yeah.
Like my mom here in like 3 to 6 weeks is gonna have open heart surgery, and like normally I'd be falling apart. I'd be laying under a bridge somewhere, sipping on my third 175 of Jack Daniels, but I can find a little bit of peace in it because I'm like, she's gonna be all right. Yeah, be all right. Like where the hell do I like? It didn't just come out of thin air, you know.
Yeah,
It came from somebody.
yeah,
It came from my parents. It came from seeing their strength and their tribulations and sometimes struggles over the years. Like that's how I got tough, man. I didn't just wake up one day and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get in a bar fight, start riding bulls so everybody thinks I'm cool." Like, no, man. I like
just
I ain't
live your
tooting my
life.
horn. I ain't saying I could beat anyone. I'm just saying, man, I grew up tough. I had two older brothers used to beat the hell out of me. You know,
Yeah,
it's just the way
yeah,
it was.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I totally was thinking of I had a good question to ask, but kind of it went away. It wandered
Well,
off.
well, you're supposed to say them no matter what, and then the viewers can remind us. See
Yeah,
how you are. You already forgot that. What do you have, a brain injury or something? Gee.
yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's kind of the I don't know, it's so speaking of the brain injury, what would you say, like, what is your opinion of like the brain injury, like community and the people and everything? Like, has that been really important to you?
Let's see. I mean, it's a dime a dozen. It's you know, crap in one hand, wishing the other, see what fills up quicker. And guarantee you the crap side fills up quicker. But there are the good ones out there. Again, great place to find us is in Big, our brain injury group.
Yeah.
All right. And if you have more interest in that, just reach out to Holden. Probably be the easiest, and he can maybe get you in contact with the doctor who runs it for us.
Yeah.
Dr.
I'm
Stephanie
actually
Paredes. She is absolutely amazing.
awesome.
Absolutely changed my life and my whole outspec or outlook. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, outlook and understanding of what this brain injury is and why it's okay to have all the struggles I'm having and just to for her to start that whole deal and bring all of us like younger generations, maybe recent brain injuries together. And uh, I can only speak for myself, but I've heard others say it's life changing. It's probably one of the reasons I'm still here.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with you. Big has been a huge piece of like, you know, my recovery and like it's just the relation of the people, people can relate to you because of the brain injuries, obviously. And what is really cool, Big has, it's run by Dr. Caritas, who is a professor in Florida. But
Speech language pathologist professor.
yeah,
Sorry, I one of us should have jumped that in. I mean,
and
that's
yeah,
how she knows she's yeah. All
yeah,
right, carry on,
the
Holden.
real
I'm
deal.
sorry.
You get but I think that's been like the biggest piece is just the sense of community and like everything I do on like Instagram, YouTube, and like this with like things like holding life together, like because the whole purpose like is to highlight that like not all hope is just lost when you get the brain injury or after the brain injury. And like there's you can still live a very enjoyable life. It's up to you. And like it's up to like your spirit in a sense. So actually touching on that, how would you say like your drive and your spirit has really helped you get through all these different circumstances?
I would say for me, like you know, I guess I don't even really know. I guess just like I said, I've been kind of just hard charger, living that way my whole life. So it's just you know, if you get too down on something, I I do my best not to drink these days. That's not something real good to do with a traumatic brain injury,
Oh,
and also just in general.
yeah.
I'm a cowboy. I used to do me quite my fair share of drinking. So, but to deal with that, I don't know. I just have to tell myself, be like, all right, suck it up, Buttercup. You're tougher than that. It's gonna be okay. Sun's gonna rise again tomorrow. You know, uh, the sky is still blue. Boobs are still cool. whatever, man. Like, yeah, I just have to remind myself that it's gonna be all right, and I don't do a great job of that sometimes. Sometimes I can't even get myself
Difficult.
to think like that, but ideally, when I can, and I do, it's I just tell myself, no matter how bad it gets, man, it's gonna be okay. Even if tomorrow isn't better, it's still gonna be okay. It's another day. I woke up again. I can fight my way out of it. I can figure it out. I can, you know, uh,
Yeah,
there's always gonna be something. I mean, pert near always, no matter what the circumstance, there is something a person can do to save themselves from the depths of hell and regret and self-loathing and everything. And it's just one day at a time. Just say, hey, uh, my good friend
yeah,
Gavin Hyde
yeah,
from our brain injury group, he gave me this wristband. Right, it says every day a little better. and uh
absolutely.
and 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 where he got that from, I guess, he's still in the hospital and that, and his mom come and she'd tell him every day, she'd say, every day a little better. And man, ain't that the truth? Even if it ain't better, and you can just trick your own dumb self to think it's a little bit better, man,
Yeah,
it's a good day. It's a good day. So I
yeah,
think that's
I would
about all
agree
I
with
got
you.
on that one.
Yeah, I totally agree. And yeah, like that. I'm pretty excited. Also, we're gonna have Gavin on here too, soon, like this upcoming week or so.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
Outstanding. Can't
and
wait to
I think
listen to that
what's
one.
what's gonna be cool is I can see some group videos, um, which would be cool. We'll have different topics and stuff, or I don't know. It depends on, like, stuff going on in the brain injured life for us and all the other people, all the viewers, all the lovely people that will support or that do support. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's super exciting, honestly. So,
Yeah, I'm very excited for what you got going on, and your drive to do this, that, and the other thing, and how, like, honestly, there have been a few times where it gets almost irritating how obnoxiously positive you always are, but it is good. Like, I love it, man. I love it because you get me, and I can only imagine other people sometimes. You get me out of my own head, and like, so that I can even just think about things in a little bit broader of a spectrum. And man, that's outstanding. So I'm very excited for this journey you're taking on with this podcast and everything else.
I,
Outstanding, brother.
I appreciate that, dude.
You
Yeah,
bet.
that's super awesome. And I think that'll be like a great end cap right there for this episode. And I really appreciate discussing some of, like, the real life after the real TBI,
Yeah, yeah,
And
for sure.
so yeah, we can definitely keep talking, but we're gonna cut the viewers some slack, you know,
Uh-huh.
just because we both can talk infinitely.
Oh, it's outstanding. Yeah, but that sounds good, brother. Just one last thing before we sign off. I want everybody to think and understand about the fact that no matter what you're going through, tough times make tough people. All right? So, God
That's
bless,
wise
and
words.
everybody everybody enjoy.
Yeah, thank you, dude. Peace out.
You bet. See you, man.